Hello, online pipe community. Ethan, Parsimonious Piper here. Today we have got another Parsimonious pipe. Let's dive right into it. Today's pipe is a Pipe by Lee 3-star Bulldog. Let's take a closer look. The main body on this pipe was not terribly dirty, but it was scratched up, so I buffed out a few of those scratches by hand. I do not have a buffing wheel. You can see that I left a few of the chips are still there. I did not sand this down, and one of the other pictures will show the oxidation on this stem a little better. You can see the colored variation between the top and bottom picture is not great, but the stars really are much shinier now. The interior of the bowl was not too bad. I did ream it back down pretty close to briar, if not at it. The rim, on the other hand, the rim needed some attention badly. It was chipped and charred, so yes, I topped it down. As you can see in the bottom picture, there are still a few rough edges around that. I did not bevel it. I wanted to leave the shape original. I could round it out just a little and not be unfaithful to the shape. Looking over at the stem, you can see in this one a little more in the top picture how it was oxidized pretty well. The interior of this needed a little bit of scrubbing. Again, you can see the difference in coloration and how shiny and black the stem is, and you can see some of the scratches that were buffed or partially buffed out on the bowl. Took this pic so you could see what attracted me to this pipe. This pipe was a little at the high end of my range. It was $52 and change, which is a little higher than I like to go. But the carver who set this one up, these are factory pipes, but whoever set this up did a nice job of dividing straight grain and bird's eye right down the line of the Bulldog, and I wanted to be able to show that, and this angle on the pipe shows it probably the best. So there you have it. Nice little pipe, good smoker. Bulldogs are my absolute favorite shape. Why? Because everyone knows it's been scientifically proven everything smokes better in a Bulldog. After my video with Doug this weekend, a couple of people asked about the recipe for the St. Louis style Ooey Gooey butter cake. JB Afternoon Piper looked one up, found a good one from Paula Dean, and yes, that is very similar to a lot of the recipes that you will find at in church cookbooks all over St. Louis. My mom and dad are both St. Louis natives. Yes, that is where all of my family is from. And so Ooey Gooey butter cake was a part of my upbringing. My grandma made it. She passed on the recipe to my mom, who has passed on the recipe to my wife. Now, the recipe we have is a simplified recipe. Instead of having to sift flour and basically make a full-on cake batter, just uses a yellow cake mix. And you mix that together with your eggs and butter. Yeah, eggs and butter. I'm glancing at it right here. Just press that into a pan. Some of the recipes actually call for you to use cake crumbs, so you have to make a cake and then crumb it. Or you have to make your cake batter thick enough that it will crumb. No thanks. It's just so much easier to use a cake mix. And then for the filling / topping, you press that into a pan, and I'll put this all in the description down below. You press it into a pan, and then you mix your cream cheese, eggs, and yes, more butter, and a whole box of powdered sugar. It's like 3.5, 4 cups, and some vanilla and a pinch of salt, and you're done. Just mix it up and throw it in there, and then bake it for a while. It's about the easiest dessert you can possibly make, and it's a real crowd pleaser. Well, folks, with that delicious recipe, it sounds like I'm getting called by work. Yep, that's my laptop. Folks, light something you like. Enjoy your afternoon while I get back to work.